Kamala Harris' economy is going to hurt the poor the most and is going to hurt minorities the most. And why people are not buying Kamala Harris's economic claims.
Some of them will go home without a doubt. Some of them are Republicans by DNA. Some of them voted for Trump in 2016, Biden in 2020, and have told us because of Biden's policies, because of inflation, the cost of living, they're going back to Trump.
That's John King on the ground in battleground states saying that these normal working people are going back to Trump. I'm John Mike Keene. Let's go.
If you wanted to criticize this man, there's plenty. You do not have to make things up to criticize Donald Trump. And I think some of it, frankly, was spun up to distract from a terrible jobs report, if you want my honest opinion.
That's Scott Jennings ripping into Wolf Blitzer, saying that the story about Liz Cheney was only blown up because of Kamala Harris's poor job numbers, where she only got 12,000 jobs reported in the last quarter. The last 3 quarters have been the worst economic numbers since 2020. If economy is a number one issue, and if the border is another issue, she is in trouble so long as we can keep media on that platform. Media comes off those talking points, though, because they know that she would lose. Now, here's Trump on how he will treat Kamala Harris supporters.
My oath of office is an oath of allegiance to you, the American people, and I'm asking for your vote, but I want you to know that whether or not you vote for me, when I win, I will fight for you with every breath in my body. I will.
Even if you don't vote for him, he's going to fight for you. Now, I don't believe Kamala Harris is going to fight for me on jack doodly squat if she wins. If anything, we should be worried. Kamala Harris voters have nothing to worry about from Trump. If anything, he's going to improve their economy too.
The White House continues to buy votes. Here's an unreported story. You'll never get this on the corporate media. So did you know that after the garbage comment, the White House has given the University of Puerto Rico $5 million, just wrote a check, and all told, $19 million in grants to schools that serve Hispanic students. You're buying votes.
Kamala Harris's response to the Puerto Rico joke that was made at the Trump Madison Square Garden rally, her response is to give this Puerto Rican group and these schools money, which Bill O'Reilly says is buying votes. But it gets worse. This is a massive dumping of money. They're even reallocating some of their campaign money to make some of these donations to buy votes.
And here's something worse. The Harris campaign, which has $1 billion, is writing checks too. And one of the organizations that is receiving money from the Harris campaign is Black Voters Matter Fund. This group has received hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Harris campaign. This group, Black Voters Matter, has called for the defunding of American police, and they want reparations for slavery. I told you.
Now, why is Kamala Harris, the campaign, this is not, it's not just the White House cutting checks. The campaign is sending money to a Black Lives Matter organization that has advocated for defunding the police and for reparations, which she will not comment on the campaign trail, but she'll send them millions of dollars. Now, here's a Comedy Central show I found interesting where they're trying to set up these Latinos.
Election day is almost upon us, and Democrats are concerned about Donald Trump's surprising support in the Latino community.
A new poll has Trump gaining ground with Latino voters.
Vice President Harris struggling to hold on to Latino voters.
When he was on the government, the economy was better.
So they're going to show you this clip where John Leguizamo, the actor, famous Latino actor, is dressed up. He has a beard and a wig so they don't recognize him. And he brings in 6 Latino voters, and they're going to show them a bunch of negative Donald Trump clips to see if they can change their vote. This is a great experiment.
Let's see if witnessing Donald Trump's rhetoric firsthand makes them want to vote for him more or less.
On my first day back in the White House, I will terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration, stop the invasion of our southern border, and begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history.
Now, the first problem with Comedy Central is that they're saying that these Latino and Latina citizens, that they would have a problem with Trump's policies, which is to deport illegals or close up the border. Why would they be against that? That's a weird claim of The Daily Show and Comedy Central to make.
It's an excellent way to fix a very, very severe problem.
What do you love about deportation?
You have criminals, they should all be removed, no?
This is totally going to backfire on The Daily Show. They reveal that what they thought about these 6 Hispanic voters, you got it wrong.
If he's saying immigration is a problem, it's like you have a leak in your house. You got to turn it off, the water supply. Fix it, then turn it on. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Like, let's close down the border for a while. So,
but who would you call to fix your leak if all the Latinos are gone?
That's John Leguizamo, comedian, making a racist joke about a stereotype. And of course, this will make no dent in media because it's not a guy in front of a Trump rally saying that Puerto Rico is a floating island of trash.
Now that I've shown you all these awful things about Trump, does that change your vote?
No.
Democracy.
Yeah, democracy. You seem so upset. Now, here's I believe he's the mayor of Michigan, or one of the Muslim guys that are supporting Trump.
Top military advisor of Kamala Harris is Liz Cheney, the bloodthirsty person who advocates for more wars in the Middle East. And they would want to send our sons, and we have so many people in the military from our community, from the Arab American community. They would want to send them to fight their own people in the Middle East. President Trump keeps attacking the pro-war radicals, those who are hawks, who are the top military advisor of Kamala Harris.
Trump, he just doesn't, because he's a white guy, he supposedly has no inroads into minorities. And here's yet another group, Arab Americans, who are supporting Trump and not backing Biden. You had those Hispanics in that Comedy Central clip that are supporting Trump instead of Harris and Biden. You have Kamala Harris trying to pay off and buy votes in Puerto Rican communities.
President Trump appreciated and respected our community like it never happened before. We have a line of communication with the White House if President Trump wins, and this has never happened before.
They've never felt respect. That's why I wanted to emphasize that clip. He feels that Trump respects him. No one thinks Kamala Harris respects any of these minority groups. They treat them like dirt. They respect. She wants them to pick their food. Who's going to pick our food and do our jobs? I'm John Mike Keane.